Hey, this is Joel and welcome back to a very special episode here on the Traveler Toolkit, because today we're not doing an outdoor RV or travel gear review. We're going to be talking something a little bit more big picture. I'm going to be sharing with you something that is the culmination of a vision my family and I have been working toward for years now, something that will reconnect us with the outdoors in a way that was not possible before, and something that will improve this channel dramatically. So I hope that you'll come along with me on this journey as I tell you a story of what's happening in my life right now, where we're going in the future as a channel, and how that's just going to make things so much better and more fun. So stick around. Let's go. I'm gonna stop here for just a second to tell you what we've done. Make this all make sense. You kind of see me working my way back down a long, lonely road in the woods, and that's because my family and I have finally been able to buy some rural property. We have grown up in the country. My wife and I both grew up in the country, and we've lived in the suburbs, in cities for the last really 20 years of our marriage, in big cities like Miami. But we've been looking for ways to reconnect our kids and our family with the outdoors, not just when we're traveling, but when we're at home. And so though we haven't totally relocated to the middle of nowhere, we have purchased some property in the middle of nowhere that is so beautiful and secluded. I wanted to share it with you because not only is this going to be a big part of the channel going forward, with a lot of videos shot on this property in and around it, but sharing our experiences as we get this property ready, not only for ourselves to enjoy, but possibly for others to enjoy. We don't really know what we're going to do with it. We have a lot of dreams and a lot of plans, and we're not sure what is going to come to fruition, but we do know we're going to spend a lot of time out here in the years to come. We hope this property is in our family for a long time so we can enjoy it and build a place where it's just easy for our kids and their kids eventually to come and spend time in the outdoors and reconnect with not just nature, but with each other, because that's really what traveling and being outside is all about. So let me take you down the backside of this road, show you not just our woods, but also our creek and everything that's going along. I hear some animals already making noise. It's so secluded back here, it's not normal for a guy to come rolling up in a UTV like this. So they're just kind of adjusting to people being back here. The couple times that I've been in the woods so far, they've really had a hard time adjusting because they look at me like, well, you're not supposed to be here, I live here. So let's go forward and check this place out. All right, so you hear that? That's right, you hear nothing. It's absolutely nothing. This is my favorite spot on the property. It's about, I would say, 50 to 75 feet lower than the driveway that comes in, and we are surrounded by trees all around, kind of like in a little valley. And my hope one day is to be able to put a permanent campsite right down here. We'll go there in a minute, but on the other side of these trees here is a creek that runs all the way through the property from one side to the other. And I thought it would be really cool to kind of set things up right here like a permanent campground, maybe even an off-grid cabin. I really have dreams of having an off-grid cabin somewhere on this property. There's also a further back area just like this that's open that might be a spot, but yeah, right here next to this creek, and just look, surrounded by absolutely nothing is what I'm trying to get at. This property offers something really special to us, and that is complete and total privacy, complete and total silence. Sometimes silence is deafening, and that's a little scary because we're not used to it. But this is where I want to come and get used to being alone, being quiet, being away from it all, just being able to kind of, step back and get things into perspective, which is really what I hope this channel does, is it helps people get away from things and get some perspective. But this is the spot. This is the reason we bought this place, to hopefully turn this place right here into a spot for us to do that. And I want to bring you along on that journey as we turn this into a permanent campground for us, and as we explore what it's like to build shelters and outfit an off-grid section. We're going to bring that onto the channel, just kind of make this our own little campsite, our own little world, and you're going to be right there for it. So let me take you across the creek and show you what's on the other side too. And this is kind of the other spot. We're on the other side of the creek, so we just crossed over there, right back there. And this is our other open spot that I think would be great to set up something off-grid. I mean, we are probably a mile from any road in either direction. The road is that way. There's, you know, a farm on that side. There's another farm on that side. And we just have all of this to ourselves back here. And you can just see it's thick, but we're gonna do a lot of work to it to make sure that we can access it and get back here and enjoy it. This property is special because it's so far away from any road that if I stop and listen, I can't hear anything but birds. I can't hear traffic. I can't hear a city. I can't hear the honking of horns. And even in the country out here, there are large highways that are always within earshot. But down here in this valley, we're kind of surrounded by all these trees on all sides. It's just kind of creating this blanket of green around us. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the fall and the winter. All right, let's get back in the Ranger and go see more. When we started looking for property, one of my wife's non-negotiables was water. It had to be a creek because in Ohio, there's not a lot of river. We have the Ohio River, but we don't have a lot of lakes. This is what you get. You get creeks, and at certain times of the year, this is much, much higher, probably all the way up over that sandbank over there, but this is what it sets at most of the year. Little pools and some running water, but creek rocks and creek are kind of in our DNA. We grew up on creeks like this, playing in them, catching little tadpoles in them, frogs, things like that. In fact, oh my gosh, look, there's a little frog right there. There he goes. Come on back. And these guys are camouflage. Yeah. We'll leave you alone, Mr. Frog, but thanks for making a cameo in the video. Okay? Kermit. But yeah, the first spot I showed you is just on the other side of this bank. So that's why we want to put it down here so we can kind of enjoy when this creek is up a little bit and you can hear it moving, hear it flowing, and just kind of go to sleep to the sound of water. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, and before I forget, there's one other spot I want to show you. So let's put the pedal down and get across this field as fast as we can, and I'll show you that up at the top of the hill. And here at the top of the hill, I wanted to show you this little cabin that came with the property. Now, this was originally built by the Amish, didn't have electric or water till just a few years ago. They have since added electric. Right there, you can see the service box on the side. It's simple, it's got a loft and a main area downstairs, but we're gonna bring you along on this journey as we kind of update this, not only for our family to spend time in here, but also for you to be a part of what's going on as we're updating this, and for others to come and use this, whether as an Airbnb or just family and friends. we want to get into that space because these kind of spaces have been so integral in our travel journey. As we go to places, we've stayed in some amazing Airbnbs. I shared them with you here on the channel, and many of you love those. So thanks for telling me that and leaving comments about those places we've stayed. And now we're thinking maybe we want to have our own space. So be on the lookout for videos about this little cabin, what we're going to do with it, how we're going to upgrade it. I've got ideas for this front porch. I've got a brother that now does timber framing and some really cool things. We can dress it up and make it look really cool. And I want to be able to show you what's going in the front yard of this property because it's going to be integral to what we do here on the channel every single week. You see, while most of this property is wooded, our long lane has a little tiny garage out there. You'll see it in the distance. This is pretty old. It's seen better days and it's not quite big enough. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to build a new headquarters for the Traveler Toolkit. We're going to build hopefully what is to become my dream garage to not only store our RV, but also to showcase different products and gear inside that building. So we're going to build something a little bit larger right there. And then over here, we're going to build a permanent RV site so that when friends come with their RVs, they can come and stay with us here either in their RV or in the cabin. So as you can probably tell, this property is going to keep us busy. We've got a lot of things to put together, a lot of dreams to fulfill and things we've been thinking about, talking about, dreaming about for many, many years, my wife and I, as we've traveled around and said, one day we want to have a place like this of our own so that when we come off the road, when we're back with family and friends, we don't necessarily have to be in suburbia. We really kind of like the connectivity of suburbia and being around things that we need, but we need a place like this to reconnect in between trips, to store our gear, to invite friends over to just enjoy nature and life together. So this is going to be our place to do it, and we're going to bring you along on that journey. I really do hope that it's useful to you to see this experience as we're learning and growing. You know, I don't put these videos out because I know everything about all this stuff. I'm learning most of it for the very first time. You know, I've never worked on a cabin in the woods. I've never built a warehouse garage. I've never put in my own RV park or campsite or anything like that. And I don't know what this will be, but I do know that it's a part of our journey and our story now. And we're going to just keep walking down this road, metaphorically and physically, because this is a long driveway. But thanks for coming along on this abnormal video here on the channel. I think it's really fun to show you all this stuff, and I can't wait to share the projects we get into with you here on the channel. As always, if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing that because we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, really great products and really fun reviews and tours coming up in the next few weeks. You don't want to miss them. As always, my name is Joel. This is the Traveler Toolkit, and I'll see you in the next video.